It cannot be that I am supporting Palestine loudly, calling for decolonization, calling for reparations, but I am racist. It cannot be any longer. It has gone on for too long. Apartheid may have ended, but those attitudes of supremacy have not ended. And it's up to us to do that, to make sure that no one can say, I didn't know what I was doing was wrong. Not the Israelis, not the Nazis, not the racists. No one is allowed to say, I didn't know, because we are telling them now. The historic walk that we just did represents the link between Palestine and South Africa that goes on long before I was born. And it continues till today. But our hope is that South Africa and Palestine can be partners in liberation, not just in struggle. From struggle to liberation. So when we say chants like Maibuye, and we say I-Africa, we must also say Maibuye, I-Palestine, Maibuye, I-Gaza. We must remember that these struggles come from the same oppression. And oppression everywhere is something that we have to stand strong against, not just condemn, not just take to court, but we actually have to stand very strongly against it, to say we do not want Zionists here. We do not accept Zionists here. We do not accept racists here, white supremacists. We do not accept that in South Africa, in Palestine, and everything in between. Comrades, I am so glad to see the type of crowd that we have here today, because for too long we have been fighting battles in isolation. But once we understand that the battle is actually against the same oppression, then we can make sure we stand firmly. We press our government, who is on the one hand being very, very good, very proactive, taking Israel to court, but on the other hand is allowing the export of coal to Israel. As we stand here, there are ships delivering South African coal that comes from mines where mine workers are exploited, underpaid. In the Stilfontein massacre, mine workers are killed, and that same product is then being shipped to Israel, who can then use that coal to generate power, literally powering genocide and apartheid. If this is the South Africa that's post-apartheid, then we must not allow South African goods to be in the machine of the Israeli capitalist oppressive system. We must say it's our coal, our land, our miners, our mine workers, our mines. And we do not accept this transportation that is then complicit in genocide and murder. So, as everyone is here today, and I think some of the speakers have already alluded to this, the struggle does not end today. As much as if we look at the Soweto, the youth uprisings, 1976, apartheid didn't end in 1976. It still took decades, and that's why when we have comrades like Ubab Seth Mazbuko here, we can understand he's a very young man. And we can see how young was he when he was protesting in 1976. As 16-year-olds, as 12-year-olds even, they knew that they cannot accept that future for South Africa. So we cannot accept that future still in South Africa, because there are people that want to take us back to apartheid, but we cannot accept that future anywhere. And I wore this specific hoodie today, I don't think you can see it. It says, but do you condemn hummus? Because some people in the West, especially Western media, they'll ask you questions. Do you condemn this? Do you condemn that? Does Israel have a right to defend itself? And as Norman Finkelstein said, I think a few days ago, the only right Israel has is to pack its bag and get out of Palestine. So I look forward to hopefully one day all of us being able to travel freely from here to Palestine, for our comrades in Palestine to travel here, paint murals like this, and so that we can be sure